everyone. Welcome back to Talk English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. We're really happy you're here to learn English with us today.
So, Jack, today I have something special planned for you.
Special. That either sounds very good or very scary.
Maybe a little of both. Today I have a challenge for you.
A challenge? What kind of challenge?
I am going to put you in 5 real situations at a doctor's clinic, one by one, and you have to respond naturally in English. No preparation, just like real life.
Okay. 5 situations at the doctor in English with everyone watching.
With everyone watching. Are you ready?
I think so. Let's try.
And everyone at home, this is your challenge too. Before Jack answers, think about what you would say, because these are situations every single one of us faces in real life. Going to the doctor in English, it is one of the most important and most stressful situations for any learner.
Because when it is about your health, you really need to communicate clearly. It is not like ordering coffee. The stakes are much higher.
Exactly. So let's make sure everyone is ready. Jack, situation number 1 is coming. Are you ready?
Ready, I think.
Situation number 1. You need to see a doctor. You pick up your phone and call the clinic. The receptionist answers and says, "Good morning, City Medical Clinic. How can I help you today?" Jack, what do you say?
Okay, I say, "Hello, I want see doctor, please. I am not feeling good."
Good. I can understand you, but let's make it more natural. Everyone at home, did you think of something different? Here is the natural version. Instead of "I want see doctor," say, "I'd like to make an appointment, please." Make an appointment is the natural phrase for booking a time to see the doctor.
I'd like to make an appointment, please. Not, I want see doctor.
And then the receptionist will ask, "Is this for a routine checkup or is it something urgent?" Urgent means something that needs attention very soon.
And I say, it is not urgent, just checkup, please.
Almost perfect. Just say, "It's not urgent, just a routine checkup, please." Add routine before checkup. It sounds much more natural.
It's not urgent, just a routine checkup, please.
The receptionist will then ask, "What day works best for you?" And you say,
Is Tuesday morning available, please?
"Perfect. That is completely natural." Is day available, please? Simple and polite.
Say it out loud. Good morning. I'd like to make an appointment, please. It's not urgent, just a routine checkup.
Situation 1, done. Jack, how did that feel?
Actually, not as scary as I thought. I'd like to make an appointment is so simple. I don't know why I never knew that phrase.
Most learners never learn it because textbooks teach, "I want to see a doctor," which is correct, but not natural. Ready for situation 2?
Ready.
Situation number 2. You are now sitting in front of the doctor. The doctor smiles and says, "Good morning. So what seems to be the problem today?" Jack, what do you say?
Okay. I say, Doctor, I have pain here, and I have fever since 2 days.
Everyone at home, what would you say? Now, Jack, you actually did very well. "I have pain here" works. But let me show you the more natural versions for each symptom. For throat pain, say, "I have a sore throat." Sore means painful and uncomfortable. A sore throat is the natural phrase every English speaker uses.
I have a sore throat. Not, I have pain here. I have a sore throat. Sounds so much more natural and specific.
And for fever, instead of "I have fever since 2 days, say, "I've had a fever for 2 days." 2 changes. I've had instead of I have, because it started in the past and continues now, and for 2 days, not since 2 days.
I've had a fever for 2 days. For, not since. Got it.
Here are the most important symptom phrases every learner needs.
I have a sore throat. I've had a headache since yesterday. My stomach has been hurting since this morning. I feel very tired and weak. I have been coughing a lot for 3 days.
Notice the pattern. I have a for single symptoms, I've had or I have been for symptoms that started in the past and continue now.
So the time matters. If it just started, I have. If it started before and is still happening, I've had or I've been.
Exactly. That one grammar point will make your symptom description sound completely natural.
Say these out loud. I have a sore throat. I've had a fever for 2 days. I've been coughing a lot.
Situation 2, done. Jack, how was that one?
The symptom phrases are so useful. I always just pointed at the painful area before. Now I have real words.
Ready for situation 3?
Ready.
Situation number 3. The doctor is asking you questions. First, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain? 1 being no pain, and 10 being the worst pain imaginable. Jack, what do you say?
I say, maybe 6 or 7. It is not so bad, but not good.
That is actually a very natural answer. Maybe 6 or 7 is perfectly fine. And you can add, it's uncomfortable but manageable. Manageable means I can handle it, but it is not easy.
It's uncomfortable but manageable. That sounds very natural and gives the doctor a clear picture.
Next question from the doctor. Are you currently taking any medication? Jack?
I say, yes, I take some tablets for blood pressure every day.
Very good. Just one natural upgrade. Instead of I take some tablets, say I'm currently taking tablets for blood pressure. Currently means right now. It matches the doctor's question exactly.
I'm currently taking tablets for blood pressure. Using the same word the doctor used, currently, makes it feel very natural.
And if you are not taking any medication, say, no, I'm not taking anything at the moment. At the moment means right now. It sounds much more natural than just, no, nothing.
I'm not taking anything at the moment. Simple and natural.
Last question from the doctor. Do you have any allergies, particularly to any medications? Jack?
I say, yes, I am allergic to penicillin.
Perfect. That is completely correct and natural. I am allergic to is exactly the right phrase. Well done.
Surprised. I got that one right?
You got that one perfectly right, because allergic is a word that sounds the same in many languages, and the structure, I am allergic to, is simple and clear.
Practice all 3 answers. It's uncomfortable but manageable. I'm currently taking tablets for blood pressure. I am allergic to penicillin.
Situation 3, done. Ready for the next one, Jack?
Getting more confident now. Ready.
Situation number 4. This is one of the most important situations and one of the most difficult. The doctor has finished examining you. Now the doctor gives you instructions. Okay, I'm going to prescribe you some antibiotics. Take 1 tablet 3 times a day with food. Finish the full course even if you feel better, and drink plenty of fluids. Come back in a week if you don't see any improvement. Jack, did you understand all of that?
Mostly, but prescribe. I am not sure what that means. And full course? What is that?
And this is exactly what happens in real life. You understand most of it, but some words are new. And this is where so many learners make one big mistake.
What mistake?
They smile and nod and pretend they understood everything because they feel embarrassed to ask.
I have definitely done that.
Everyone has. But with health, this is dangerous. If you do not understand the doctor's instructions, you must ask. And asking is not embarrassing. It is smart. The doctor wants you to understand.
So what do I say if I don't understand?
3 phrases that will save you every single time. Phrase 1. I'm sorry, could you repeat that more slowly, please? Phrase 2. Could you explain what word means, please? For example, could you explain what prescribe means, please? Phrase 3, and this is the most powerful one. Just to make sure I understood, you want me to take 1 tablet 3 times a day with food. Is that correct?
Oh, repeating it back to the doctor so they can confirm or correct me.
Exactly. This one phrase shows the doctor you are responsible and serious about your health, and it makes sure you go home with the right information.
Just to make sure I understood. I love that phrase. It works in so many situations, not just at the doctor.
It works everywhere. Meetings, phone calls, any important conversation where you need to confirm information. Learn it once, use it for life.
Say it out loud. Just to make sure I understood, take 1 tablet 3 times a day with food. Is that correct? And could you repeat that more slowly, please?
Situation 4, done. And Jack, what does prescribed mean now that we looked it up?
It means the doctor officially writes down which medicine you need to take.
And full course means?
Finishing all the medicine, even if you feel better before it is finished, because the infection might still be there.
Perfect. You are a natural. Last situation. Ready?
Last one. Let's finish strong.
Situation number 5. This is a very practical one that many people need, but never know how to ask for. The doctor is finished. You need a sick note, a document that proves you were at the doctor for your employer or your school.
Oh, I have needed this before, and I never knew how to ask for it in English.
Most learners don't. So, the doctor says, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?" And you need to ask for a sick note. Jack, what do you say?
I say, yes, I need paper for my boss saying I am sick.
I understand completely, but paper for my boss saying I am sick, let me show you the natural professional way to ask. Actually, would it be possible to get a sick note, please? I need it for my employer.
Would it be possible to get a sick note, please? That sounds so professional. And I love, would it be possible? It is so polite.
Would it be possible is one of the most useful, polite phrases in English. You can use it for any request where you're not sure if the person can help you.
Would it be possible to get an earlier appointment, please? Would it be possible to get a receipt, please? Same phrase, any polite request.
Exactly. And the doctor will either say, of course, and write it for you, or say, I'll ask the receptionist to prepare that for you. Either way, you asked politely and clearly.
Say it. Actually, would it be possible to get a sick note, please? I need it for my employer.
Situation 5, done. Jack, you completed the challenge.
Oh, relieved laugh. All 5 situations. I cannot believe we got through all of them.
And honestly, you did really well. Okay, let's see how Jack did in the challenge. And everyone at home, check yourself too. Situation 1, making an appointment. Jack, natural phrase?
I'd like to make an appointment, please. It's not urgent, just a routine checkup.
Correct. 1 point for Jack. Situation 2, describing symptoms. Natural phrases?
I have a sore throat. I've had a fever for 2 days. I've been coughing a lot.
Correct. 2 points. Situation 3, answering questions. If you don't understand the doctor?
Just to make sure I understood, could you repeat that, please?
3 points. Situation 4, medication question. Natural answer?
I'm currently taking tablets for blood pressure.
4 points. Situation 5, asking for a sick note.
Would it be possible to get a sick note, please? I need it for my employer.
5 out of 5. Jack, perfect score.
5 out of 5.
And everyone at home, how many did you get? Write your score in the comments. 1 to 5, no judgment. This is how we learn.
One final practice. Say the most important phrase from today. Just to make sure I understood.
Learn that one phrase and you will never leave a doctor's appointment confused again. Before we finish, I want to say something important.
Go ahead.
Going to the doctor is already stressful, even in your own language. You are worried about your health. You are in an unfamiliar place. And now you have to explain how you feel in a foreign language.
It is a lot, and many people avoid going to the doctor in a foreign country just because of the language, which is really dangerous.
It is dangerous, so please use these phrases, save them, practice them, because your health is the most important thing, and you deserve to communicate clearly about it in any language, in any country.
You have the phrases now. You are ready. Do not let language be the reason you do not take care of yourself.
Do not let language be the reason.
Okay, your challenge for today. And this one is really important.
In the comments, write your score from the challenge. How many situations did you get right? 1 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 5 out of 5? Write it down.
And even more importantly, write one symptom phrase from today that you want to remember. Just one. Write it in the comments right now to help it stick in your memory.
For example, I have a sore throat, or I've had a headache since yesterday, or would it be possible to get a sick note, please? Any one phrase that you want to remember.
Writing it once helps your brain remember it much better than just listening. So please take 30 seconds and write it in the comments.
And our question for today, have you ever been to a doctor in English? How did it go? Was it scary? Did you manage to explain your symptoms clearly? Tell us your story. We genuinely want to hear it.
If today's challenge helped you, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people around the world find English Talk.
And if you are not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right now. New English lessons every single week, all made for real life, all made for you.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Take care of yourself. Practice these phrases. And remember,
your health matters. Your English is good enough. Speak up.
English Talk is your place to grow.
See you in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.